So you've fallen in love with French gardens, but don't know how to go about creating your own? All that will change when you learn that these gardens have 5 common elements that can be easily incorporated into any outdoor space to create the perfect French garden. Today, we're not talking about the formal French gardens one thinks of when one visits French palaces like Versailles or the French chateaus. We are focusing on the French country garden, which has some of the design principles of the more formal French gardens, but it's less structured, it has less symmetry, and it's less geometric. The flower beds are more relaxed, they have more elements of whimsy. All of this combined creates a very relaxing, serene space that's perfect for outdoor living and for entertaining. Best of all, these 5 design elements, or you can even call them design principles, can be adjusted to fit any size garden space or any budget, and many of them can be found secondhand and used, such as at thrift stores, at estate sales, and even on online sites like Facebook Marketplace. So you are able to incorporate many of these into your outdoor garden space and do it on a budget and save some money. So let's start by looking at some beautiful inspiration pictures and discuss each design element that you can incorporate into your own garden space. One of the hallmarks of French country gardens is a sense of order and clearly defined spaces. And this is accomplished by the liberal use of stones and hardscaping. If you notice from these pictures, you actually see very little lawn. If there is a lawn, it's more like an accent, not the main feature of the garden. And to create these defined outdoor spaces, the French garden relies heavily on stone. So fieldstone, flagstone, pea gravel is very commonly used. You also see dry stacked stone walls, either used as borders for flower beds or to define a space and create privacy. If you're trying to save money, you can mix the less expensive pea gravel with flagstones or fieldstones, and it's much more affordable than covering an entire surface in flagstones, and it makes the perfect rustic pathway or seating area. These types of materials add authenticity, character, and a feeling of permanence to an outdoor space. They are low maintenance and highly durable and can be used in diverse climates since they can withstand a wide range of weather conditions. And in more rustic settings, you also see the use of stone benches, basins, troughs, and stone pedestals and columns. As far as outdoor furniture, of course there's the iconic bistro set, usually made of wrought iron or metal, but we also see the use of rustic wood tables and chairs. Also very popular in French country design are the marble top tables with the metal or iron bases. And these are very practical both for outdoor dining and also used as buffets and servers. Another way to add that French country garden charm to your outdoor space is by using wrought iron and metal accents. This design element can be incorporated by using gates, fences, trellises. Now, you don't have to fence your whole space in a wrought iron fence. That would probably be quite costly, but you can certainly do a small section just to give that feeling of enclosure and privacy and that French country charm. A budget-friendly way to introduce this design element into your space is by selecting these ornate plant stands. There are many styles to choose from at different price points, and these would look lovely next to an eating area or by a door. And another way you can add this design element to your space on a budget is by choosing a French-style lantern for vintage elegance. As far as plants for a French country garden, you have a wide selection. The plants most closely associated with this design style include roses, hydrangeas, geraniums, daisies, jasmine, and wisteria. Of course, we have to mention the iconic lavender, but don't forget other fragrant herbs such as rosemary, oregano, and thyme. The French country garden has a cool color palette, focused on soft pinks, blues, whites, and purples. When selecting plants, select varieties that are hardy to your planting zone and aim for a mix of heights, textures, and shapes. Vines and climbers such as jasmine and grapevines create depth and visual interest in the garden. You'll also notice from these pictures that the color green dominates the French country garden. And you'll also see different shades of green, present mainly through evergreen shrubs, bushes, boxwood, and cypress. And the shades range from silvery greens to the more vibrant shades. And of course, you'll want to include topiaries in your outdoor garden. Just be mindful of the fact that topiaries do require regular pruning to maintain their shape. For the most interesting and layered garden, use a variety of pots and containers. You can choose from the more formal cast iron urns and concrete planters to the more casual terracotta containers. If you're going for a more informal French country garden look, you can use baskets as containers and pots. Just keep in mind that baskets are not long-lasting unless they're plastic-lined and made of weather-resistant material, but they are the perfect vessels for annuals or herbs, and they add a touch of provincial charm. You'll also want to add galvanized metal and zinc accessories to your French country garden. Items such as zinc and galvanized buckets, as well as watering cans, are perfect for a more casual French country garden. Be mindful of your climate when selecting your planting containers and pots. If you live in a colder climate and you don't have the space to overwinter your planting containers indoors, make sure you choose frost-resistant options such as concrete or stone. Also, don't forget to add personality to your garden by using sculptures, statues, and architectural stone elements such as pedestals and plinths. These decor items give a space a unique character, they add depth and interest to the garden, and they break up the monotony of the muted color palette. Classical statues and sculptures, such as those inspired by Greek and Roman mythology, add sophistication and help create a more formal outdoor space. But if you prefer a more casual French country garden, then animal statues add just the right amount of charm and whimsy. And don't forget to add a water feature to enhance the serene, calming atmosphere of your French country garden. A freestanding or wall-mounted fountain, or even a small bird bath, will add the perfect accent to the garden. Thank you for stopping by today. I hope this video has inspired you to create your own French country garden. I'll see you in the next video.